folks, welcome to Week 3 Financial Statement Analysis, Intersession 2022. Today is January 16th, 2022. It's going to be a busy week. There's a lot going on. From the course materials perspective, you should get through IFRS, Module 5, Forecasting and Planning, Module 7, Valuation Methods. Now, it's important in number 6 to understand that we need to have a good forecast. That forecast has to be based on what's happened historically and the strategies that the company is engaging in to grow their business. Okay, so you've identified them in prior projects, so you really got to focus on that. And then finally, valuation methods. How do we value companies? Multiple ways, and our lectures cover that. What needs to be submitted this week? Presentations and participation in discussion presentations. Remember, you need 4. We'll talk about that in a moment. There's 2 application projects due. One doing tomorrow, Monday, 11:59, and then the final one by January 23rd at 11:59. The quiz 2 will be available shortly, and you have to complete it by January 24th at 11:59 p.m. I need to get all the grades in on Tuesday, January 25th. So the sooner you get to finish the quiz, the sooner you can see where your grade is. But you can see the grade anytime by just going to grades on Canvas, and you'll see what you have credit for. Applying financial statements analysis in real time. It purposes to understand how financial statement analysis is applied in real time on real companies and the issues they face. And that becomes important because you're not operating in a vacuum. When we get to making assumptions, you're going to have to identify a business as usual, a bull case, and a bear. But it's going to be based on the current environment of what's happening in the world. There's 2 components to this project. The first one is an actual review and discussion presentation worth 10 points. You also need to participate in 4 real-time presentations at 2 each. As a reminder, say, mean matter. This is one thing that's been sticking with me for probably about the past 2 years. What does something say? Just the facts. What does it mean? How can you interpret this? And the last one is, why does it matter? So if we're looking at something and we don't know why it matters, we really say, well, why are we looking at this? Well, here is the schedule of presentations for this coming up week. There are 3 open spots, so if you do not have a spot yet, these are some of the spots that are now available. So do let me know, and you have to attend 4. Application Project 2. Again, the application projects are for you to apply the concepts to a real company using real data. It's worth 18% of your grade. A few things. Incorporate any comments I made on Project 1. Application Project 2 is not a separate project. You need to integrate Project 1 and 2. Make sure all your data goes right to left from oldest to newest, because we're going to create some graphs going forward when we move to forecasting. Summary means summary. What's important? Don't just copy all the numbers from the 10K. Focus on the material ones. How can you combine things so that we really can see the key things going on? Don't explain something with the definition. I know what the definition is. I know you know what the definition is. But what does it mean and why does it matter? Okay, so we got to go beyond the definition. Submission point is PowerPoint, with or without an audio. Sometimes it's easier to comment on things with an audio or video. Check your work before submitting. Go back, look at the point that should be, and say, did you cover everything? A couple of you missed things in the first project by just not checking. Application Project 2 is worth 16 points. Again, incorporating any prior comments that I may have had. Organize your slides to tell the story. Integrate them. Don't just leave them. The assumptions are key. The assumptions you're going to use is the hardest part of this. Feel free to have me review your assumptions prior to moving forward. Submission format, again, is PowerPoint. Check your work before submitting. And that'll take us right down to the final quiz. And again, you must finish no later than 11:59 on January 24th. Once you start, you must finish. It is an individual assignment. It's going to cover modules 3, 5, and 7. Allow 2 hours for the quiz. It's 15% of your grade. And responses, again, can be written or audio. You can put your audio responses. There will be a question set up for that. And the quiz should be available probably Monday morning. The depth of responses should be relative to the number of points. So keep that in mind. Review what you're submitting before you submit it. That's probably the best thing I can suggest. If you have any questions, want me to review your assumptions prior to submitting the project or talk about it, just reach out to me and we can have a phone call, a discussion on Zoom or text, whatever works for you. But do ask questions. Don't just go about. Don't wait till the last minute. If you wait till the last minute to do these projects, you will never get them done and not get a good grade. So smart people who've done successful in this class, start in on this. There's supposed to be a storm tomorrow, so hopefully you're staying home, hanging low, and get as much done as you can.